My name is Katie Peller, and the name of my presentation is Nonverbal Behavior Has Communication Value. Could you imagine being a young child and needing to communicate for things that you need, yet you are unable to speak? This can be frustrating for both the child and the caregiver. This can lead to tantrums from the child because of lack of understanding. It leaves the child feeling cut off from the world. Verbal communication is very important, but it is not always an option for everyone. There are many different reasons why a child cannot use verbal communication. I'm just going to touch on a few reasons. Autism. This is a developmental delay that has to do with difficulty communicating and difficulty socializing. PDD-NOS stands for Pervasive Developmental Disorder, not otherwise specified. Children with this diagnosis often have a speech delay, but still love to socially interact and have no troubles interacting. Asperger's syndrome is a type of developmental delay that has to do with the inability to socialize. CAS, or childhood apraxia of speech, has to do with forming words and motor speech skills. My daughter was actually diagnosed with PDD-NOS this year. The child is often given that diagnosis when they do not fit a few of the key things that come along with autism. Nonverbal communication becomes much more important when verbal communication is difficult for the child. Pictures can help reinforce the meaning of these words in a child's mind by associating the words with the picture they are remembering. A picture of a child eating, taking a bath, or playing can be helpful to the child so that they can choose which activity they would like to do. This can make a child feel like they are making a connection and being understood. Seeing words as pictures will also help them to recognize the word again the next time it is seen. Doing activities the child enjoys. This greatly reduces frustration in both the child and the caregiver. This also stimulates the child to use speech in a new environment and get rid of extra energy so that the child can focus later. Swimming, jumping, running are all examples of good physical activity. Speech therapy is very important for a child with developmental delay. They can work on issues specific to the child and work on pronouncing and sounds. They also can work on behaviors such as poor eye contact. They can help give the parents ideas of things that they can work on at home with their child. There's probably much more understanding than what there appears to be. Your child probably understands more words than she or he can use. Reinforce good behaviors with rewards. Try to be patient with your child and avoid frustrating the child more. The importance of sign language. Children often understand sign language before they can talk. Gestures give meaning towards words. For example, if I say, "Go get your jacket," to my daughter, she may not know where to look for her jacket, but if I were to say, "Go get your jacket over there," my daughter would probably go, she would be much more likely to go and get her jacket. Sign language takes effort from both the caregiver and the child. At any time, if the caregiver or child doesn't understand the gesture being made, the communication is lost. Nonverbal communication can be more important than verbal communication in some of these cases that we have just mentioned, where verbal communication is difficult. Nonverbal communication is important to help stay connected to the world. Nonverbal communication enhances verbal communication as well. Luckily, a lot of nonverbal communication is universally understood, such as pointing or a sad or happy face. I would like to cite my sources. What is autism? autismspeaks.org, and also on that site is Asperger's syndrome, PDD-NOS, pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified. And what is autism? kidshealth.org. What is child apraxia of speech? apraxiachild.org. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.